What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. Well, today we're going to go ahead and talk about mining pools and, from my experience, which ones I'm finding are the best and not the best. So there's boatloads of mining pools out there. Today we're actually really only going to talk about 3 that I went ahead and tested, but I thought I'd give you some background as to how we got to this point of talking about mining pools. So MiningPool.org actually reached out to me via email very professionally and said, hey, we'd like to give you an opportunity to try out our pool. And I was like, all right, this is cool. We'll take a look at this. We'll see where it goes. They weren't looking for looking for me to be biased. They weren't looking for me to provide information that may appear falsified to my viewers or wanted me to speak only positive about their pool. They were super upfront and honest and said, hey, we'd like for you to check it out. They provided me all the details about it. And I was like, you know what? This is a great opportunity for me to compare a few mining pools. So today we're going to compare 3 different mining pools and my experience over a 24-hour period, showing what I was able to go ahead and mine on this rig. So this rig here is the rig I call Colossus. I base all of my rigs off of X-Men names, and this is Colossus only because of how big it is, for me at least. I'm a smaller miner, just started a few months ago. This is 12 total GPUs here, utilizing the Misfit's mining GPU hangers. We are running on 4 total power supplies, a typical ATX power supply just powering our B250 mining motherboard. We have a 750 watt server power supply with a Breakout, 1200 watt and a 1200 watt. Granted, pretty overkill, especially that we're on 240 volt right now, but it at least gets the job done. So this is 12 total cards. 11 of them are RX 470 4 gig cards, and this guy right here is an RX 570 4 gig card. So the hash rate on this, normally just eyeing it up, is right around 160 mega hash on RavenCoin right now. I've had these cards since January of 2021, and they've treated me very well. So let's go ahead and jump over to the computer in just a second and discuss and break down my experience on 3 separate mining pools. But before we do, about a week ago, we kicked off this journey and this discussion of kind of comparing these 3 different pools. One of the things we also did was go ahead and open up a giveaway for 1,000 RavenCoin. So during my discussion with MiningPool.org, I actually discussed with them the fact of let's kind of spice up this experience a little bit with MiningPool.org, and I asked them to provide 1,000 RavenCoin for a giveaway for the hobbyist miner community. Well, they agreed, and they sent over the 1,000 RavenCoin to my wallet right away, no questions asked. So at the very end of this video, we will be revealing the winner of the 1,000 RavenCoin giveaway, courtesy of MiningPool.org. So let's go ahead and jump over to the computer and let's start comparing 3 different mining pools. Alrighty guys, so we are over on the computer. This is the rig in HIVEOS that we went ahead and did all of our testing on. This is the Colossus rig that I talked about. We are mining to an Exodus wallet. And right now we're actually on this screen mining to MiningPool.org. As you can see, we're right up around that 165 mega hash. Each of our cards is doing pretty well, 13.6 and higher when it comes down to our hash rate. Those of you guys that are running RX 470s or 570s and having trouble reaching this hash rate, there's a few things to keep in mind. Silicon lottery is one of them. All cards are not made the same. Each RX 470 or 570 has different memory. So look at my memory versus your memory. In addition to that, brands are totally different. All of my cards are Sapphire Nitros. Yours may be Asus or MSI or Gigabyte. So it's going to vary. My overclock settings work for me. They might not work for you. So when you're looking at this video, don't get frustrated if your hash rate doesn't match what mine does, even if you match my overclock settings. As I said, every card is different. So let's talk about mining pools. So mining pools are out there to provide jobs to your GPUs
your mining rigs in order to pay you out. That's how you get paid for RavenCoin, for Ethereum, Ergo, whatever you're mining. The mining pool really determines your experience as to your profitability as a miner. So there's a great website out there, miningpoolstats.stream. I'll put it in the description down below. So when you go over there, you can pick the coin of choice. For me, I picked RavenCoin. That's kind of what we're discussing. So right away, we can see that minerpool.org, which is the one that sparked this entire conversation and video, is in here right now and is listed 20th out of all the pools that are out there. Now, the way that this is listed is based off of the hash rate. Now, I'm not taking credit entirely for this, but a week ago, before we started mining to them, they were at 2.25 gigahash. They're now at 6.53. So if the hobbyist miner community literally stepped up this much, awesome. Like, that's phenomenal. I'm really happy to see that. So they did originally have 72 miners on their pool. They're now up to 119, which is phenomenal. Like, they're growing, which is good. So we went ahead and compared two other pools in the list with minerpool.org. And I have no bias either way, guys. Like, at the end of the day, I'm a miner. Whatever pool is giving me the most RavenCoin per 24-hour period, I'm all yours. So taking a look, the pools that I decided to compare are, of course, the top two. I thought it only made sense for us to compare the largest pools out there. So we went with 2miners.org, which currently has 11,541 miners on it, pumping out 992 gigahash. Like, that's insane. Pretty big there. So if you were to click on 2miners.com, you could come over here. This is their site. It has a decent dashboard to it. If we go back to our rig here, we can grab our RavenCoin wallet and put it in on their website. And this will show you information on my mining. Granted, there's a lot of zeros here. I haven't mined to this in several days since we did our test. You can see I have a little bit of an unpaid balance out there. 4 RavenCoin is currently out there. And then you can come in here and see rewards. You can also see, unfortunately, last 24 hours isn't super helpful there, but you can see payouts and stuff like that. The dashboards, and the reason I'm pointing out the dashboards are important. There's a lot of really bad dashboards out there that don't really give you a ton of information. So as we go through these pools, keep the dashboards in mind as we progress. What is the most informational for you as a miner? What do you want to know? What is just filler, things like that. So we checked, our first test was 2miners. We'll talk about that as we get into our information. In addition to 2miners, we went ahead and checked out flypool.org. And this one's by the group over at Bitfly. And I can go ahead and put my address in here. And as you can see, I'm not mining anything right now, so everything's at zeros. There, I would say out of all the dashboards, theirs is the most eye candy related, very eye-catching, very easy to read. They kind of know their audience. You're a bunch of miners. And so it does have some good information in here. Payouts are listed in here, so you can kind of see where your payouts were at, things like that. What is left, what your threshold is. And that's the big one. Being able to adjust your threshold, I really like that too. Being able to email you when your rig is down or something, that's super active. So I do really like that. Finally, we can go over to the group, and I'm sorry, flypool.org, 8,723 miners. And they're about 845 gigahash, so not too far behind where 2miners is. Now, our last group and last pool that we did go ahead and test out was minerpool.org. So on minerpool.org, let's go ahead. This is their website. We're going to put in here's the dashboard here, which this dashboard, and I'm not being biased, this dashboard I actually really like. I think everything's right in your face up front and easy to use. Very simple. You can change your balance right in front of you. As much as I like pretty pictures and stuff, I would say Bitfly, I like some of the graphs that they show and simplicity, but this I feel like everything is in front of you in one screen. You don't have to go to any sub menus or stuff like that. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about our results, shall we? So the first test we did was to minerpool.org, and that is on what we have here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up some information for minerpool.org. So we started mining on minerpool.org on June 10th at 3:18 Eastern, and we mined until June 12th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Now, that was a total for about a 1 day, 23 hours, and 12 minutes. And we started out on their pool at 0 RavenCoin. We hadn't mined anything on there, so there was no unpaid balance, anything like that. So that being said, taking a look, the information that we're interested in is a 24-hour average for what we're paid out on. So taking a look at that, chatting with them a little bit, because I did have, I did have some of the developers in my Discord. If you guys are interested in a Discord link to the Hobbyist Miner Discord channel, I'll put a link down below, and you guys can go ahead and check us out on the on Discord and chat with the community. Some of the developers behind minerpool.org actually stopped in there. So I inquired with them because on their site, it had said the last 24 hours put out 301 RavenCoin. So 301.4993 rewards based on the latest payments. So that's what I was basing all my numbers on. On all of the pages for payouts on the dashboard, I based everything off of what their website said regarding, that. So rewards based on latest payments. So last 24 hours said 301.4993. So I was like, okay, pretty cool. So, and that had, granted, this graphic was several days old, so the price of RavenCoin has changed since then. But at that time, a week ago, that was netting me about $21.36 per day mining RavenCoin. Now, what kind of threw me off a little bit on their dashboard is on the left-hand side, it said estimated rewards considering 24-hour average was 202.13. So I was like, wait, what was my actual average? You know what I mean? Like help me out here a little bit. So there is some breakdown there on their page, but that is a little confusing to me as the miner. Like, what was my 24-hour average? So I actually reached out to them and asked them, what was in the last 24 hours, what was, my estimated reward for a normal 24 hours? They came back and told me it was based off the numbers that they did put together, 259 RavenCoin. So they said they need to make some adjustments to their dashboard in order to better reflect that. So I appreciate their honesty. So there we go. Minerpool.org comes in 259 RavenCoin in a 24-hour period. Moving on, let's talk about two miners currently listed with 11,000 miners, like something insane. So I started on there and I had already mined a significant amount of RavenCoin on two miners. I started out with previously mining 11,345 RavenCoin on two miners. I started on June 12th at 2:34 p.m. Eastern, and I mined until June 14th at 12:36 Eastern. So past the 24-hour period significantly, which is great. With that, in regard, taking a look at their website to see, they had a really nice dashboard, showed some good information. My average hash rate on there was 142 mega hash with a current hash rate at the end of it was actually at 174. So based off of their website and verbiage is everything. So we're going right off their website. We were rewarded over the last 24 hours, 245 RavenCoin. So that puts two miners in second place. First place right now is MinerPool at 257. Second place is two miners at 245. So looking at the last pool, Flypool, which is currently listed in second when it comes down to minerpool.stream. Flypool currently at 8,700 miners at 845 gigahash. Taking a look at our dashboard, we can go ahead and see that let's see here. I'm just kind of reading up on their site. Okay. So our daily earnings, so based off of their site, let me go ahead and go over there one more time and check something because I don't want to misspeak here. They use a terminology of daily earnings, and I want to make sure that I am reading that right. Daily earnings. This is the estimate based on your average hash rate over the past 24 hours. It may deviate from your actual earnings. Well, that's real helpful. But there are estimated earnings there with them, and that's what we're basing on all of our sites, guys. So we're basing everything, our test study here, on what their dashboard is projecting to me as a beginner miner as to my daily earnings or 24-hour earnings. So this puts us on Bitfly or flypool.org, whichever terminology you want to use. This puts us at 269 RavenCoin in a 24-hour period. So based off of those stats, that puts flypool.org actually in first for the most profitable. That puts minerpool.org in second, and actually puts the largest pool out there, 2 miners, in third, which makes it the least profitable. So I want you to go ahead and do all your own research and all your own testing based off of this is a very short, not insanely scientific avenue of testing, just going off of that daily estimated earning for a 24-hour period. If you wanted to get really nitty gritty and you're a data nerd, then please, I would say do this for a week-long period and test out what actually hits your wallet in that 24-hour period. That's probably the best avenue to go to give perfect, accurate numbers. This is all estimates, so please don't come at me as that's not accurate. I'm just going off of estimates based off of that one field, guys. So that being said, I'm going to continue to mine RavenCoin on minerpool.org. I'm very happy with their dashboard. I like their staff, as well as the fact of they are looking the most profitable for me, which is really surprising because it makes me go, okay, if I go over to MiningPoolStats.stream and look up, other pools out there, what are some hidden gems in the rough here that aren't really being given an opportunity that could be insanely profitable? I mean, that would be nuts in my eyes. So that goes ahead and wraps up our testing, but come to all your own conclusions. But if you're a RavenCoin fanboy, I'd be looking at minerpool.org. We have a previous video that I'll put a link to in the upper right-hand corner, as well as down in the description, going through the steps to set up to mine to minerpool.org. Right now, it's not built into HIVEOS, so you need to just configure the miner manually. It's very simple. It's literally one field you fill out. So don't get nervous. As well as minerpool.org has some great step-by-step guide on mining directly from Windows if you guys are Windows miners. So now let's go ahead and talk about our 1,000 RavenCoin giveaway brought to you by the team over at minerpool.org. So let me go ahead and get up our comment picker. So here is the video that this entire giveaway is based off of. I'll put a link down below. It's titled Testing Out a Brand New RavenCoin Mining Pool Profitability. We had 687 comments. Most of them are people's RavenCoin addresses. As you guys can see, I mean, this is just packed full of RavenCoin addresses. So we're going to go ahead and use, let me copy this here. We're going to use this website here, which is super common within the YouTube giveaway space. This is commentpicker.com/YouTube. And what you do is you come in here, YouTube video URL, and you paste it right in here. So we're going to filter out duplicate users. Let's see, filter comments based on a nope, include blacklist user, exclude, that's fine. Oh, I don't have a list there, and add extra entries. Okay, cool. So we're going to go ahead and get YouTube comments. So let's go ahead and do that. And it's going to retrieve all the comments. So 199, 399, 440 unique. Okay, wow, decent amount. So we had over 200 duplicates. Granted, some of them might not be just the person's RavenCoin address. Could have been people commenting on the video, having things to say, things like that. So now that's how many we have. Okay, so we're ready to go ahead and pick our winner. There's a little start button right here, 440 unique comments here. we're going to go ahead and pick our winner. Now, the winning comment needs to have a RavenCoin address. So if we go ahead and click start and it's a comment that says, love the video, keep up the good work, but doesn't have a RavenCoin address, we're going to move on to the next person. So let's go ahead and do that. Are you ready? Here we go. Once again, thank you to the team over at minerpool.org for providing the 1,000 RavenCoin. Granted, RavenCoin isn't through the roof. I think last I looked, it was like 7 cents or something like that. But go back like, what, 2 months ago? Is it like 25 cents or something crazy? Anyways, let's not waste time. Good luck to the 440 individuals who left a comment. Let's go ahead and check out our winner. Alrighty. Congratulations to Raju, and I apologize for butchering your name. Hi, sir. I actually belong from a third world country. I wanted to start mining from the very beginning, but I can't effort the money to build a single GPU rig. If possible, please me build a rig. If it is going to be big, help me from me. So it sounds like a little language barrier. That's okay. Crypto spans globally. He provided his RavenCoin address, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and send him his 1,000 RavenCoin. So congratulations, man. That's exciting. This is actually my first giveaway on the stream. So thank you very much to him. Congratulations to him. Anyways, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please go ahead and leave them down below. If you guys did enjoy this video, I know we rambled on quite a bit, but I wanted to be as detail oriented as possible. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Take care.